Episode 1. On Your Tail. I've been waiting for this game for a while, ever since I saw some promotional stuff on Twitter and online and thereabouts. A mystery/life simulator game with furry. A combination I haven't really seen anywhere else, I don't think. Though I'm glad to see it now. Before I go any further though, the usual disclaimer. These videos aren't uploaded with the purpose of creating entertainment for other people. They're really only made to train self-expression through language, and also to record down my thoughts on a game as I'm playing it, for some future point in time when I want to look back on anything I feel nostalgic for. As the channel description and the video description should say, I don't really plan on building a channel or interacting with anybody through these videos, but all the same, they're uploaded so that if anybody does view them, it forces me to speak in such a way that I get my thoughts across coherently. Anyway, this game is supposed to be designed for controllers, but I actually had some trouble getting it set up that way. It seems like right now it is recognizing my controller as the input, saying the back button is B in the UI and all that. But I was previously having some issues with the controller connected. Having the game recognize that, it was still showing the mouse and keyboard controls. And it seems like there was only half of the controls supported. I couldn't back out of any of these options or anything. I'm using the DualSense Edge controller, and when I was first using it, I could only move things around with the control stick, not the D-pad. I couldn't select anything with the X button. I had to use the square button for some reason. And then when I got into a menu like this, none of the buttons would let me leave the menu. I could only leave by pressing right-click. Eventually I had to go into the Steam options and then enable Steam Input, the translation that matches one controller's inputs to another's, which is why even though I'm using a PS5 DualSense Edge controller, it's showing the Xbox input, so I guess it thinks I'm using the Xbox, right? The Xbox controller right now. It does seem to be working better than it was previously. Hopefully no more issues once I get into the game itself, but we'll see. I've actually had to scrap a few episodes already, or the start of a few episodes, while I wrestled with the controls. Once I get into the game now though, if I get any more problems, I guess I can't scrap the episode anymore. Let's see. In conclusion, all the great writers had various things in common, among which was relying on the great library that is our history. Do not neglect the past. I doubt you will find a more capable teacher. Well, we still have a few minutes before the end of class. Are there any questions? Does talent really exist? Signor Gervasoni. Italian, I guess. You are always in the mood for philosophical questions. Are you sure you've chosen the right subject? Let me pose this question to you all, and to avoid chaos, please respond one at a time. What is talent? Talent. Do I have any? Can it be achieved? I wonder. To conclude, it is a good thing to spend your own time wisely, to the extent that we are able to do so. I was so lost in my own thoughts, I missed the whole discussion. Don't hang up, Caproni. I would like a word with you. Of course, Professor. Diana Caproni, is that your name? So, Caproni, as you well know, I am one of the judges in the upcoming writers' competition, organized by the Fellinelli publishers, in which you are taking part. Given the prestige of this publishing house, the competition had a great number of participants this year. Normally, I wouldn't bother to interact with one of the participants, but it happens that you are also one of my students. And I feel it is my duty, as a professor, to give you some notes on what I read. I like how the drawing of the professor on the screen is changing as I progress. It's nice. I'm all ears. Caproni, you are technically superior to most of your classmates. When reading one of your texts, it perfectly reflects your more than abundant theoretical knowledge. Should he be saying that to the rest of the classmates? Well, I guess it's fine. Thank you very much. However, this great strength of yours is overpowered by a far more serious problem that cannot be solved by more theoretical study. Which is? Caproni, I'll be frank with you. Your work looks like it was written by a robot. It is well structured, but completely lacking in emotion. There's no feeling to it. Forgive the bluntness, but if I didn't know better, I'd say it resulted from that artificial intelligence everyone is talking about. This game only released a couple of months ago, but I'm surprised this is a topic that they mention. I guess they had over a year to incorporate this, or well over a year since the burgeoning of this whole topic. More experienced writers than you have already produced especially captivating material, particularly for the judges. You are young. You still have time to get some life experience, which will help you grow as a person and as a writer. This is the only information I can give you. You will have to blaze the rest of your trail on your own. I can't believe it. Is this actually happening? They're rejecting my work. There must be something I can do. Must be something I can say. There must be... right? There must be something I can do. Looks like it's just repeating the last line, so... take note. Defend yourself, stay silent. These icons seem to indicate either passive acceptance. I guess this is like a sweat drop, anxiety or something, or heart, an emotional response. Well, he did say to inject emotion into it, so let's get emotional about it. Defend yourself, Diana. Oh, I have to hold X. Earlier you said my work had no feeling to it. What did you mean by that? My mother is a police officer. She always tells me about her cases when we see each other. I was inspired by that to write a story. Isn't that real enough? Caproni, as you said, you were inspired. But you never lived through those experiences. Do you see the difference? I think so. I don't know what to say. Looks like there's some more here. If we wanted to get really emotional about it, we could start a fight with the professor. Well, this is a mystery game. Let's probe into that. Diana, I will try to be your guiding hand. Who are these experienced writers you speak of? I would like to talk to them. I do not believe that is information I should share, out of respect for their privacy. Right. I can't even find out who's beating me. Alright. Time for the guiding hand to go awry. Let's not scream just yet. Maybe that'll be our next move. Clearly, there must have been a mistake. Maybe some error somewhere, a corrupt file, an oversight? Are you saying my colleagues and I made a mistake in judging your work? No. No, I'd never dare. Well done. Humility is a virtue to be cultivated. I have no excuse. Caproni, if you have nothing more to add, I will conclude this discussion. I have a lot of things to do. But I would be happy to continue this discussion in the classroom. The only card remaining. I guess all the cards would have led to this. I do wonder what would have happened if we screamed, though. Could we have even left on amicable terms? Thank you for your time, Professor. I will think about what you said. Don't stress about it. I have one last bit of advice. Try to disconnect for the rest of the day. As a famous writer once said, you can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. Think about that. Perhaps while you go for a walk. I will. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Professor Vecchi, a literature professor. At university, he is known for being demanding and authoritative. After many years of teaching, he seems to have lost some of his tact. We can rotate it. Ah, it's written on the back. I like how the card is kind of 3D. Santa Madre. Santa Madre? I don't know what that means. Diana. It's me. Or rather, it's you, Diana. You're you and I'm me. But I guess this points it out. She's the one that writes these descriptions, I guess, on the cards. So I guess the whole lost his tact thing might be her own personal opinion, not necessarily factual. Always important to know who's doing the writing. And you're the writer, Diana. I can't believe that actually happened, and so suddenly too. Months of writing, just to be told it looks like it was written by artificial intelligence. Your face is artificial intelligence. Listen to yourself. Vecchi's right. But how the heck do I improve? Get some life experience? He makes it sound so easy, but how am I supposed to experience life when I'm so busy every day? With university, part-time work, studies, sports, personal projects, and hobbies, along with an additional outing a week with friends, so you don't go completely crazy. You really only have time left to sleep. I'm surprised you can do all that and sleep in college. It's a miracle if I get to take a walk in the woods once a month. For heaven's sake, now what? I have no idea what to do. I'm sorry, Diana. This is all I can do. Are we just doing this, Diana? You have to give me something more to work with. You supply the cards and I pick them. That's how this works. Okay. Fine. No, we're playing your game now. What is it that is so intensely staring back at me from the abyss? It's me, Diana. Okay, we'll play the game now. Staring off into space certainly won't be of any use. You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. Look for it, huh? Where? How? Getting my butt up off this chair might be a good start. And there we go. There's your butt up, out of the chair. And what a nice butt it is, if I do say so myself. I'll try to refrain from such comments, Diana. From here on out, you and I are going to be partners. This isn't exactly going to be a buddy cop detective movie, but we'll try to solve the mystery together. First things first, what is the mystery? The box with Grandma Sarah's postcards. She traveled the world when she was a pilot, and always had amazing stories to tell. If I could only go where she went. Look at that. Where is Molise? Molise? Sometimes I feel we forget it even exists. Still, look at those views. And here Grandma Sarah seems to be enjoying a dinner by the sea. That's odd. There's a restaurant receipt stuck to the back of this photo. Look at that feast. And it costs so little. Santa Madre, I'll have to go there at some point. New York? Ah, the Big Apple. It's making me hungry more than anything else. I'm sure you can find great stories on every street corner there. But I don't think I could stand all that chaos. Morocco. All those spices, so colorful, so enticing. I can't help but imagine the incredible smells. Not to mention all that candy. There's candy in Morocco. I didn't know that. I've got to stop thinking about food. Borgo, Marina. Oh, strange. All of these postcards come from well-known places. But most are from Borgo Marina, an almost unknown little village on the Ligurian Riviera. Nonna used to go there when she was a kid, and I know this place completely won her over. Her stories convinced my parents to take a vacation in Borgo Marina. But one thing led to another, and in the end we never went. Borgo Marina postcard. A postcard from Borgo Marina, sent by my grandmother Sarah years ago. We got it. Grandma traveled all over the world and wasn't easily impressed. So why did this village make such an impression on her? The Mind Palace. Your Mind Palace, where I organize all my discoveries. Tidier than my bedroom, at least. Am I invited to your Mind Palace? What are you hiding, Borgo Marina? Nice Mind Palace. It's cards. I like cards. There's art on cards, and information on the back. Pressing A does nothing. 832 cards. You're working with a stacked deck. Well, I guess it's not stacked yet. A sneak preview onto things at the place we haven't gone to yet, with people we haven't met yet. Culture, leisure, chores, adventure. Diana, that's you. Borgo Marina, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And extra. What are these, achievements? I didn't actually browse the Steam achievements before starting the game. Something I should maybe do to get an idea of how completionist I want this playlist to be. Let's start with you, Diana. Well, I guess tools and objects under you. I guess this is actual Diana, and this is her tools and objects. The Mind Palace. card inside the Mind Palace. Can't rotate it here. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to do that again. I guess maybe only the first time you pick it up. Seems like a waste. And characters. Yep, that's you. And the professor. Was there something else I missed? Wait. Huh? Personage? Why did that... The UI got kind of weird. Was that a glitch? I assume it was a glitch. Maybe because Diana's, I assume, Italian. Sometimes things in her mind revert to Italian instead of English. That's what people who can speak multiple languages do, right? Alright, enough of the Mind Palace. She has a walk and a run. The R1 button opens up her notepad, I guess, which we can keep open. Was wondering if there was a way to change how zoomed in it is, but maybe only while we're inside it's like this. She has a #1 award from something. Probably something from her childhood based on how that ruled paper below is probably from, I'm not sure, grade school, middle school, or high school, whatever they have in Italy. I'm not sure how those are divided. I assume she's in Italy right now. Maybe? Professor Vecchi, so... And she's also speaking Italian, Santa Madre, I assume. I don't know languages. I'm not very well traveled myself, Diana. I was looking at this whiteboard earlier. It is written in Italian, so yeah. Can't read that. There's some kind of scoring, 28 out of 30. Sessione Estina? Not sure what Estina means. I guess those are her scores for something in class. She lifts weights, gets that exercise, that's good. She sleeps on this tiny bed, but I guess that's the best that you can hope for sometimes in college. There's enough space for a larger bed though. My bed was certainly bigger in college. Laundry hamper, more exercise equipment, and her iconic jacket, which I've seen in a lot of promotional material. Board games to play with friends, a very college activity. And some kind of stuffed thing. Do they sell this in real life? I imagine people would buy it, but more people would probably buy Diana. What's in the purple box? Like a picnic box or something? Alright, enough staring around the room. Let's get that life experience. I guess I'd better change. Artificial intelligence. I still can't believe he said that. Santa Madre. I may be sad, but at least I have style. Diana's clothes. There's even a card for that. This one isn't as... oh wait, it's kinda treaty. Suitable for any occasion, without seeming out of place. Its flight jacket belonged to Nonna Sarah. Oh, that explains it. I never really thought about why her jacket looked like a flight jacket. Or I guess I never realized it was a flight jacket. And her casual clothes. A dress with a minimalist style for those trying not to get noticed. I don't know. Those clothes draw my eye, at least. I hope. Maybe I even have some change in my pocket? Hey, that's where you'd gotten to. I was looking for you. The chrono lens. A strange object combining a clock and a magnifying glass. If I concentrate and look through the glass, I can see the past. Are you kidding? This magic? Wait, there's more on the back. This is the first time, I guess. It is a gift I hold dear, given to me by my grandmother. One of the few things I have left to remember Grandma Sarah by. If only she were here. She'd know just the right thing to say to turn everything around. If only. Was that real about the chrono lens? Oh, she's got a run button. Let's not do that indoors. Ah, music change as you leave the room. Nice effect. I'm liking this game a lot already. It's well decorated interior, nice graphics, and nice character models too. I better tell my folks I'm going out. Oh, it's not college, it's her actual house. I'm not being mean, Diego, I'm just being realistic. Realistic or not, we are her parents, and we should encourage her. Wait, are they talking about me? Well, I don't know, do you have any other siblings? Probably not. It is important to encourage her in the right place at the right time. Let me make it clear, I believe in her. But what are the chances she'll be chosen? As likely as it was back in my days, I was only able to publish a book by trying repeatedly. Not to mention, I had your support back then. Doesn't our daughter deserve the same treatment? Santa Madre. Diego, it was different back then. We were different. And above all else, we weren't parents. We have a duty to Diana to make sure she has a bright future. I don't want to see her suffer. That's all. Mama. I think she should suffer more, knowing that she would suffer more, knowing that deep down, we don't really believe in her. I told you, Diego, I do believe in her. I'm just worried about her. And let her try. She has a lot of talent, and the competitions will help her. But these wonderful competitions won't get her a job. And I wouldn't be so sure. And you'd risk your daughter's future on that uncertainty? Are you sure this is the right path for her? I don't know. Nobody really knows, except her. Papa. I'll never be able to talk to them now. I'll leave a message on the board. It's Mom. Violetta Betsy... Wait, Betsy? I thought your last name was... Well, maybe we'll see it on Dad. Is an ambitious policewoman and a lovely wife and mother. Many say that we look alike. I hope I've inherited her strengths. Anything on the back? Gotta check. Ever since that one card. Tall and burly, Diego Caproni is a full-time dispenser of warm hugs for me and Mama. He teaches at the high school and writes fiction with me as a hobby. So Caproni is the last name that they used, well, that the professor used. Is it like different in Italy where you don't necessarily lose your last name when you marry, or? Ah, the entire wall is a chalkboard. How fancy. Before I leave though, can't really explore the rest of the house, but... Hey, can you actually talk to them? Probably not. I don't want to talk to them right now. Alright? Fair enough. I can only imagine what's behind these other rooms. I assume this is the kitchen. That's where I imagine Mom and Pop talking in. No use wondering what's behind all of these doors other than a few more bedrooms and maybe some kind of fancy open air, I don't know, living room, dining room. Seems like a pretty fancy house, and yet her bed is still pretty small. It's my turn to cook, but right now I just prefer to eat gelato out of the container. Let's see. Lunmar, Mer, Gio, Bensob. There would be a lot of extra things you could get if you actually spoke the language. I guess this whole table is who is supposed to be cooking. And other notes, which I can't read, with little doodles. Looks like red is written by Diana. I assume yellow might be Mom, and then white is Dad. Maybe. Assassino al pollo. Al polo? Aren't I supposed to leave a message? That's what the A button says, but it looks like I'm just looking at it. Hey, wait a second. I can use the crow note thingy. Chrono lens. Press X to equip your trusted chrono lens. Chrono lens lets you see what happened in the past, for real, helping you to find important clues. A good mechanic for a detective game, but I didn't realize we'd be going this route. Magic? Sci-fi? It doesn't really matter, it just works, that's all. Hold down left trigger to look through the chrono lens and compare the past with the present. When you find a difference, you can analyze the clue by holding down the right trigger to get a clue card. Are there missable clue cards? Like if I go to Borgo, whatever, Borgo Marina, and something is different here and I can't collect it after... Well, it doesn't look like there's any differences here as far as I can tell. We only need to focus when there is a difference, I guess. And supercharge, which we probably don't have access for yet. No, and the game works in first person too. Kind of. What do you know? It's been the same ever since several years ago. No difference with the past. That or there's just nothing to collect here. I'm glad for it. No missable cards in the preview tutorial area. So I guess I'm not leaving a message then. I think. Did she already leave one? Where should I go with these keys? In theory, I could go anywhere. All roads lead to Rome, right? I don't want to go all the way to the capital. Grandma saw the world, but nothing impressed her as much as Borgo Marina. What did she find there? The keys to my Vespa. I guess a Vespa. Off-brand. Nice keychain. It would be strange if I had the keys to someone else's Vespa. What might I find? Last chance to leave a message? I can't find the strange to talk to my folk. To talk with my folks. I won't make it back for dinner. I hope they understand and don't worry. Or, at least, I hope they understand. Non torno per cena. I guess that means won't be back for dinner. She kind of wrote it pretty big. Dramatically. I guess, This isn't exactly leaving on good terms. I can't believe it. Am I really doing it? Am I really going to Borgo Marina? What if it's a bad idea? Enough. Now's not the time for thinking. Now's the time for action. What a fun intro to the game. I'm having good feelings already. Well, we've ended up somewhere. Oh, and here's where the title menu is. The promontory. It looks like a quiet place where you can smell the sea and enjoy the sunset. I guess red in the lower right, that token, indicates the location. Or red indicates the category and the icon indicates a subcategory in the Mind Palace. Where exactly though? Let me quickly check my phone. I don't believe it. Could I really be so dumb? I go on a spontaneous trip, barely remember to tell my parents, and then forgetfully leave my phone at home. You really are the greatest, Diana. Can't I do anything right? Is that too much to ask? If you're really screaming, that person over there might hear you. Santa Madre. There's no sense taking it out on yourself, though. Looking on the bright side, I've got to say, it was nice getting here. Of course, I don't have the faintest idea of where Borgo Marina is, but I am certainly closer. I'm scared I've hit a dead end, though. I'm going to stretch my legs. Maybe that'll help me think. If I was a Ligurian village, where would I be hiding? Think, Diana, think. What is a Ligurian village? Escapism on two wheels. After a trip like that on a Vespa, I just want to stop and catch my breath for a second. Looks like the subtext here became our objective. Have to find Borgo Marina. Now to understand what we just looked at, that yellow thing is part of the adventure. These are going to be our major headings on how to progress the plot, or where we're going, I guess. I thought there was something new here? No. Well, this is all stuff that we did before, so I guess this first category isn't actually Diana, but clothes, rather. 20 sets of clothes, huh? And Borgo Marina. Yeah, I guess red is for places and then green is for characters. Actually, a lot of different icons. I guess they're all going to be different depending on the subcategory here. Thought it might be the same color for each main category, like extra or Diana or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Ah, my travel companion. No walking down this tunnel, I assume. There's no going back, especially if we have to walk. Lucky there's a view to keep me company. Well, what the? If I find out that Borgo Marina is right behind this landslide, I'm gonna go nuts. It's a cat. Before I continue, does this adjust the camera sensitivity? If I turn this down to 1, no, it's about the same. Actually, I think it's not different. If I turn this all the way up, yep, the same. So let's turn that back to the default. Nope. There we go. Movement. Ah, there it is. Visual sensitivity. Let's make that half. I think that's better. I can't tell if that's different. All the way down? Yeah, that's pretty slow now. Okay, so maybe 0.2. I don't want to shake the camera around too much. Alright, that looks fine. As long as we're not going to enter any shootouts, I don't think I have to change that. Yeah, I prefer to move the camera around smoothly, especially when the game is as pretty as it is. Probably shouldn't inspect things before talking to someone, but I am afraid talking to her will actually move the plot forward, so... Nice backpack. Alright, inspect just means look at it, not rummage through. I should have known. Nice car too. Hey. I've seen you in promotional artwork. Hey, do you mind if I stop here for a second? Ah. Ah. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snuck up on you. It's my fault. I was lost in thought. Stop for as long as you like. Did you also need somewhere all to yourself? You could say that. This morning I took a bit of a blow at university and now I'm looking for a specific little village. But I barely know where I am. I've never been so far from Turin by myself. From Turin? That's at least 3 hours from here. What's the name of the town you're looking for? Maybe I can help you. Borgo Marina. Ever heard of it? As far as I know, it should be around here. But I couldn't find it. Oh, you're looking for it too. Maybe it wasn't the best idea in hindsight. I can't blame you. I'm supposed to be at my graduation party. Sorry, what? So what are you doing here? It's not the same situation, but I could ask you the same question, don't you think? Touché. Maybe I just wanted to enjoy the sunset. Yeah, it really is beautiful. I think I'd better head back. Enjoy the sunset. It will help you think. I'll try to take your advice. Thank you. Where did I put them? Oh? I can't find my... Oh no. What's wrong? I've lost my car keys. I must have dropped them around here somewhere when I was straightening out my backpack. Wait, maybe I can help. I mean, how hard can it be to find some keys? Especially when you have your grandma's trusty chronolens. She always told me that it was magic, and that it would help me find what I was looking for. But like actual magic or... Like, we're not gonna actually play the magic card, are we? Is this a magic game? I still don't know whether I believe it or not, but I have to say, it definitely makes it easier to find things. The way she's talking about it, it feels like it's not actually magic, but like it's sort of magic. Like it doesn't exist as magic in the universe, but when she whips it out, something happens in her mind that lets her find things or recognize things from the past without actually doing some kind of magic-y sci-fi bending time sort of situation. Time travel probably doesn't exist in this universe. At least, as far as I'm aware right now. I used to play with it as a little girl. Santa Madre, I hope that girl doesn't think I'm crazy. The lost keys. This girl has lost her car keys. They can't be far away. It's a clue. Or no, the clues are above. Oh no, don't worry about it. Really. The last thing I want is to waste your time on my problems. Investigation. Like every detective worth their salt, Diana will have to investigate. The investigation zone is the area where you can find all the necessary clues to solve a mystery. On the top of the screen, there are icons that show the clues you need to find in the investigation zone in order to continue the deduction phase of a mystery. Use the chrono lens or interrogate those nearby to get clues. Once you've got all the clues, you'll automatically move into the deduction phase. Sometimes the clues aren't in the same place, and you'll have to explore Borgo Marina. In those cases, there will be more investigation zones to check out. Remember I said I came here from Turin? Time isn't a problem, and I was the one who offered. I don't really know how this chrono lens works. It probably only works on some things. Ah, there it goes. So this is like her intuition, I guess, maybe? That she thinks she left her keys and a map on the hood of the car, and we're not actually looking into the past? Because otherwise I would expect to see a previous appearance of this girl or something. Or I guess of everything around us. Only works on what's important. No, wait, I have to equip it and then focus. That's a clue. Items on the hood. There was an open map and some items on the car hood. Wonder where they ended up. There's a bunch of stuff on the hood. Oh. And then they moved? Wait, hang on. Do I look at it again? No. Well, we see it moving, kind of. Is this the part where we interrogate?
Hey.
First the map on the tree, now the car keys. Today's not my day. I see. I'm already forgetting the controls. Well, I'm glad I opened this. This tab is the adventure, I guess. I guess people to talk to and the world, I don't know. I guess those are all our quests or whatever. How did a map get up there? A map ended up on the tree. Where did it come from? I can't see anything else of interest around here. It's time to solve this mystery. Our first mystery in the first episode. This girl has lost her car keys. They can't be far away. Oh, how fun. In her mind palace, everything is a board game. Kind of a callback to the board games that she has back at home. I can tell that's something she likes. It's nice to see that reflected in her mind palace, and in gameplay. Now you have all the clues. You can try to figure out what happened in the deduction phase. Play the clue cards with up on the D-pad to reconstruct the order of events. Complete all the objectives to solve the mystery. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. With every attempt, you might learn something new. So like hints or whatever, right? Well, Diana, I'll try to get it right on the first time. For your pride. Oh, it's turns, huh? Well, we're doing it in order, so... this one. Let's fast forward. I guess we'll learn about that later. Ah. And that added the card over there. Why is that not visible? Like in the default view? I feel like the camera might be zoomed out more. Well, I guess we'll get to those cards later. Doesn't really matter. You're a genius. I had no idea. I didn't think the wind would blow them into her bag, but you pieced it together, Diana. That's why you're the detective and I'm just an observer. The girl's keys are near the backpack. Let's take a look. I think I know where your keys are. I hope you don't mind if I check your backpack. Go ahead. Gotta ask first. As proven. Here are the keys. The car keys. Of the girl you met at the promontory. I like the saving icon. Here are your keys. Thank you so much. You really found them. What's wrong? You know, I thought I would be relieved to get my car keys back. But I want to throw them off the cliff and stay here forever. I don't understand. You just graduated? You should be happy. What went wrong? You know when you desire something with all your heart, and the moment you get it, it doesn't seem so special after all? I got the highest grade possible, and even graduated early. I gave it my all, but now I don't feel anything. I don't understand. Do I want something impossible? Or am I missing something? Maybe her whole life was academics or something. Now she's only realizing what it's like to, I don't know, go out into the larger world. Just a guess. Maybe what you desired wasn't really that important. Math is my passion, I have no doubt about that. When I'm not surrounded by numbers, I feel so wrong. But a piece of paper isn't going to help solve my bigger problems. What would help her in this situation? Being consoled might help, but she wanted to throw her keys off the cliff. Let it out. At least you have a degree, and in something you like too. Oh, this is Diana letting it out. Well, this is good too, I guess. Just this morning, my novel was rejected, and my favorite professor tore me to pieces. Constructive for my writing, of course, but destructive for my ego. I think the point is to really know what you're looking for, and then forget the rest. And what do you do when you know what you're looking for, but don't know how to find it? Keep looking. I may not know as much as you, but according to the law of large numbers, yes, I think you're right. Statistics. Keep on trying. It may not be a solution, but at least it's a start. Maybe you'll be able to find yours too. For now, I'd better go. And thanks again for helping me. Sorry for bothering you. We did it. Oh, look. The parkour was hiding a path. Was it now? This girl. I swear. Dang, that girl forgot her backpack. I hope she realizes. I missed some dialogue there. Oh well. Monologue? Missed some monologue there. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this. So a train used to go here? Well, I guess if the train tracks are dead on one end, it's safe to walk on top of them, right? A railroad tunnel. If the sign's right, I should be able to reach Borgo Marina from here. Of course, going to a tunnel like this could be a really stupid idea. Don't worry. If any other trains are still running on this track, that's an even stupider idea, considering there's nothing on that cliff. But how many times do you get to go to an abandoned railroad tunnel? It's still a stupid idea, though. I'd risk wrecking the Vispa. But it'd be so cool. Maybe I'll even encounter a swarm of vicious spiders. Oh, that's what you're scared of, not any trains. Yes, that's a far more realistic concern. Vicious spiders? What am I saying? This isn't a game. Well, I guess realistic is a stretch. But you know what? It'd just be vicious not to let yourself take the opportunity. I mean, we got all the way here from Turin, riding a Vispa. Grandma always told me, if you're looking for something, you're never wasting your time. And I'm looking for inspiration. Yeah, what the heck? Let's do it. Oh, you are taking the Vispa? Okay. Note to self, don't ever ride along a railroad track again. That hurt. Even the Vispa's groaning. I'd better take it to a mechanic before trying to go on another escapade. Otherwise it might leave me stranded. The weather's gotten a lot worse. Way worse. A few minutes ago the sky was clear. Now that I think about it, it's really dark. I mean, how long is this tunnel? All I need now is to get caught in a rainstorm. Better get a move on and find somewhere to spend the night. Hopefully not in an abandoned old train station. If the directions are right, this should be the road to Borgo Marina. Could it be that town in the distance? I have to find a way out of the station. No jump button, I assume? You wait here, eh? The abandoned train station. We got it. Hey, what if that village is... I do think it is. Borgo Marina, off in the distance. A good heading for next time. But I think Diana probably has a sore back or something from riding that bumpy road. So I'm going to let her catch a breather before making her do any strenuous walking. In the meantime, now would be a good time to take a break.